Hello, my name is Sekit, and we are playing FTB Skies. And since the last episode, I did a few things actually on camera, but with the sound off. But it basically amounted to making these two blocks. We have a melting chamber from Cyclic. We have a bunch of things from, well, there are a bunch of things in Cyclic. We made two of them so far. Well, three actually, counting the battery. We're going to make a whole bunch today. Where are they? Yeah, we've got this, the solidification chamber and the melting chamber. The melting chamber is pretty basic. It's all vanilla stuff. The solidification chamber is a little more complicated. You do need this compressed cobblestone. You need obsidian pressure plates. It's not that hard. Now, the first thing we're going to do with this stuff is make some magma. And at some point, we crafted a recipe for a nice big fluid storage disk. We're going to throw it in there. We'll just have to, make sure we don't actually fill these up, because this kind of shows both. But, the melting chamber makes liquids. The solidification chamber uses liquids and items to make bloody blue. Now, I think we're going to have to set this importer to fluids. And I think the first fluid we need to teach our system to make is magma. Now, these machines can be a little finicky. This is the recipe we want to use, because it's going to fill up the first slot of, well, I'll show you what I mean. I'll just run over here. These things, they have a couple of slots, and if an item can go into this slot, it will. So we have one that needs a magma cream in both spots. We'd be best off doing 128 at a time. Even then, we'd end up with like stuff sitting over there. We don't want that. So there's our magma. What we want to make with the magma is, first of all, some amber. And this we make in our solidification chamber. It's going to take gold, it's going to take a block of redstone, and it's going to take a fire charge. We will need to teach this thing how to make a fire charge. And I think we have blaze powder to beat the band from that bee. Yeah, we're doing fine. Doing fine. Now, the other thing that we're going to want to teach this thing how to make, just right off the bat, is crystallized obsidian. Now, this stuff, generally speaking, pound for pound, is going to be some of the best armor you're going to find in modded Minecraft. The exception to that, this looks fine. We have a supply of chorus fruit. We have a supply of emeralds. Oh, like I was saying, the exception is this Apotheosis stuff, like 15 armor. That's a ton. But we might make refined obsidian to, maybe replace this. Well, that's a really good helmet. Okay, we probably won't make refined obsidian gear. But we are gonna need it for some other stuff. The main thing that I had in mind, there's a solar panel from Cyclic that I've never messed with, and I would like to. We're going to need this. We're also going to need gold chains, and because of we'll just smelt up a bunch of gold. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, we got plenty for now. Alright. We're missing... Oh, we forgot to teach it how to make liquid slime. That's right. Let's make sure we do that. Here we go. Liquid slime from Cyclic. Okay, so we have two... Okay, this is the option we want. Let's see how we do. And we'll go ahead and set it to craft. Yes. And now what we should have is, yeah, okay. I can see the I did this completely backwards. This one is supposed to be items. This one is supposed to be fluids. So how are we doing here? Has it already done it? I doubt it. Alright, we might have to cancel that and start it again. The cyclic machines are a little finicky to automate with refined storage. They're great blocks. So scheduled 0.9 buckets of liquid magma. Is it gonna put it in here? Okay, no, it's trying to do both at once. Look at that. Like I said, it's a little finicky to automate. So what we might want to do is make some magma and some slime and store it on the disk that we have. But until then, you know, this'll make our amber just like we need it to, and then it'll put the slime in there with this stuff, make our crystallized obsidian, and then we'll have our solar panel. Oh look, another squatter. Now what we want to power is a marine fisher. It's all familiar components. We got our simple machine frame and doody-doody-doo. The marine fisher needs a certain amount of water to produce fishing stuff. Produce items by rolling on that loot table, but it doesn't need much. I think these pipes are nice and waterloggable. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our fisher right here, and we're gonna put a battery right on top of it, and we're gonna put the solar generator right on top of that. Now, the battery's already starting to fill up, comically slowly. I don't know if it's because the sun's down. That's very expensive for what we seem to be getting here. Let's see. Yeah, it's oh, that's the wrong. I don't think 40 FE is enough to even really run this for a cycle. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna fall down is what's gonna happen. And then we're gonna attach an ender chest and dye the middle blue to hook it up to our storage system. And I don't think that this thing is really gonna do much with this little power. Yeah. Well, now we know. Solar panels. Rather expensive. Well, cyclic solar panels are rather expensive. Don't really compare to the mechanism panels, which we're just going to make one of those. Toss this on here. And yeah, not even comparable. I mean, this thing is... There's no sun right now. Let's go sleep. Yeah, look at that. This thing's full. Like, that's wonderful. So I figure we're gonna get some unusual things. I wasn't expecting the coral. Now we're gonna be getting a lot of things from that we do want, and a lot of things that we don't really want. Some of them we're probably gonna end up voiding. But some of them we're going to have a use for. Now what I'm thinking of specifically are the enchanted books. We're going to need somewhere to store enchantments for us. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a bunch of hell shelves. These are from Apotheosis. They're the first tier, kind of oh, we're going to need a ton of blaze rods. They're the first tier of the bookshelves that Apotheosis lets you make. Now, hell shelves themselves aren't used for storing books. It's something we're going to do with the hell shelves. What we're going to want, though, we're going to want a fluid encapsulator, and we're going to want an alchemical imbuer from thermal. And looking around, another thing we're going to want one of these days is probably to raise this ceiling up by 1. That won't be very hard. I'll show you why. You see, we've already gotten all the way down there. As far as our little platform will take us. Now, we could replace a few along here, but we might end up using these inscribers for something. I don't know. We'll start with the alchemical imbuer. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, we have recipes for just about all of this, except for the brewing stand and whatever kind of gear that was. Oh, we got Constantin. We don't want to do it like that. We want to do it the fun way. There we go. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take this cable out. So we're about to have something else there that'll obviate at least some of the need for the cable, or maybe we'll have to move it. We're going to put a crafter down. We're going to put the imbuer down. And we're going to put the importer down right on top. Okay, so that's where the cable will go right there. There we go. Great job placing blocks. Now the reason it's like this instead of the other way around, we're going to have these things kind of upside down from each other, is because the importers will suck patterns right out of the crafters, and that can be a very annoying time. It looks like I've somehow shattered the connection entirely. Okay, I moved it over by 1. We could probably take this one off. Now again, we're going to be exporting fluids out of here. And what we're going to want to do is flip this, whoop, we just had it. Flip it so it's pointing up. And then we're going to want to set export up here and input down there. Oh wow, look at this bow we got. Awesome. Anyway, what we want to teach the thing to do is make potions of regeneration, right? So we could come over here to the encaps. Okay, potion regeneration. Very good. So we'll need, awkward potions and gas tiers. And we'll also need to make awkward potions. But that shouldn't present us with any problem. We've got nether wart and I believe gas tiers to beat the band. Now the other thing we're going to want is a fluid encapsulator. We saw this in the recipe list. All parts we've seen before. And as you might expect, this will put various fluids into various containers. In this case, glass bottles. Now meanwhile, we are going to set up some filtering here. Just like we did over at the mob farm. We're going to put that on whitelist. And we're going to put stuff in it like fishing rods and leather boots and so on. And we'll just code a recipe for the potions of regen, and hopefully our piglins will have given us the necessary blaze rods to make, I think, 19 of these total. I don't quite have enough blaze rods yet, but we're going to make 16 of them. Just hope all this works. I mean, they look like they're working, right? Yeah, okay. I made some integral components. Should speed it up a little bit. It's made all the awkward potion it needs to make. Moving on to the regen. And as soon as it's done, it should go right in here. Yes, very good. The main benefit to hell shelves is that they will let you enchant up to level 45. Now we're just going to set them up right down here. They look really cool. Oh ho, we had a quest for enchanting tables. I wonder Oh, what, over here? Okay. Well, this is where we're heading, this Enchantment Library. But what we want is infusion. We will need to be level 45, of course, to enchant at level 45. But we have a couple of things that'll help us out with that. We're getting these greater experience gems from our Drigme. And this should take us up a good part of the way. We've also got kind of lesser experience gems. Now another thing we have is our mob farm. But I'll tell you, I don't really feel like standing here and punching mobs. So we're going to set a little something up down here. What we want are mob mashers. There they are. They're from mob grinding utilities, the same thing we use to make the fans. And these will count as a player kill, just like it says. So we'll need to make iron spikes. That's the previous tier. We'll need to teach it how to make iron swords. And was there anything else? I don't think so. Okay, they're crafting up. There's another thing that we want, though. And it is this guy right here. The Ender Inhibitor. We do get those baby Endermans spawning up in our mob system. I don't know if there's really anything we can do to prevent that, but we can prevent them from teleporting with one of these. Let's see if those, what do you call it, are done. Yeah. Now we're just going to slap the Ender Inhibitor down right here. And you can turn it on and off. I've tried, at least in previous versions, it doesn't work on the Ender Bees. Now these things operate with a redstone signal. So we're just going to put them down on redstone blocks. And I'll have to get a spruce log back. I think I threw mine away over here. What we can do is just take our mega torch down. Yeah. They will not last long. And because it counts as player kills, this is gonna, our vacuum hopper, absorption hopper, whatever, is gonna give us liquid experience that we can just pour on ourselves through the faucet. So we're styling. Now we do need, wonderful, another iron bee spawn egg. This ought to give us 100%. Wonderful. With that, we can get honey treat with 100% chance of getting an iron bee spawn egg. We're gonna go ahead and grab a chicken egg and run over to our whatchamithing. Here we go. Throw all that in there. Probably gonna work these speed upgrades real quick so we can move this along. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna throw these back in here before I forget. And we'll take our iron bee spawn egg. We gotta make another mana bee spawn egg, or mana steel, so that we can get our terra steel bee. There we are. And I think we might need a full pool for this. You know, it says the same amount for the terra steel. I bet it only is half a pool. Now to do this, there's some mana diamond, mana pearl, and then the spawn egg. And it won't take long. Alright. Now we have a block of terra steel, because I was diligently making it. It's all we have. Let's see, can I fit it over there? No. But soon enough, we'll be getting we'll be getting Terra Steel from our B system here. We don't have to worry about making it in the setup anymore. Now we do have some quests to cash in. Let's see how we do there. Okay, an enchanted book, efficiency 5. That's gonna be handy. And the Chronicle of Shadows. That's the guide to Apotheosis. It's actually extremely informative. I recommend it. Now, since we've had our mob crusher up there, we've collected an absolute ton of liquid essence. So not used to hearing mob noises around here. We're gonna go ahead and pop this tank up here, because we have a use for this stuff. Alright, there we go. Now the recipe I want to make is for bottles o' enchanting. But we're gonna get the recipe for it. Evaporation chamber. Dissolution chamber. Wonderful. It's quarter of a bucket per bottle, and I guess it doesn't take bottles, which is very friendly. That's the latex processing unit. That is the wrong block. Here's our dissolution chamber. Now, this thing is a little slow. I know there are speed upgrades. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. They spell foregoing weird. Let's see. We got range, speed. Okay, let's do some. Do we already have this? Yeah. We'll just make 4 of them. Why not? We can only put one in. Can I put another in that slot? No. Okay. 1 speed upgrade's the limit, I guess. But now we can just, make a stack of bottles o' enchanting. That's pretty cool. And pour it all in here. Very, very nice. There it goes. I forget what mod does that. Like, mobs with backpacks will play a jukebox. If I knew what mod it was, I'd turn it off in the config. I still might. Oh, getting there. Got there. Wonderful. We'll just zotch over here. We're gonna need 4 shelves. Enchanted at level 45 with infusion. Okay, last one. Awesome. Now we're gonna need 2 vanilla, or 4, I think. Vanilla ender chests. I don't know if we have a recipe for those. I don't think so. Now we can do a couple of things with these infused health shelves, including making some glowing health shelves, which, add more quanta and arcana at a cost of eternity. You can read all about the different things in the, but what we want is the Enchantment Library. So we'll just go ahead and make our ender chests here. Now, this block is really cool. Now we're gonna have it right down here. A fine spot for it. A little lighting glitchy. Now what you can do with this is you can put enchanted books in it and it'll store the points and the levels. Now with putting that in there, I think we could get 3 efficiency 5 books out. You do need books to get this stuff out, but we're gonna toss all the rest of these in here. And you can see them kind of add up. We put another efficiency in there. It's still max 5, right? 5 is the highest, level of that enchantment that we put into it. But books of lower level, will give you credit towards points. So now we could do enchant efficiency 5 4 times if we wanted to. They also cost some experience. That's the extracting level. I think it's friendly. I can't really remember. It might charge you by the level. if it's friendly, it charges you by the experience for one level. I can't remember how it works, but we will find out soon enough. We have a bunch more enchanted books that we need to feed into this thing. This is really bothering me here. I think it will store its enchantments. Put it over here, see if the light's any better. No, is this just dark? Yeah, okay, we can pick this up and move this. That's good. You know what? I'm gonna leave it there. Now, my understanding is if you take all of the levels out, all of the points, it will remember the max. We may have to test that. I'm not really sure. But now, all that stuff we only had one of. Now we've got it all in here. And the more vitality books we get, the more vitality we can put on things. We are going to be getting enchanted books from the fishing setup, slowly but surely. So pretty soon this is going to become very powerful and very important to us. And I think that's going to about do it for this time, folks. We got a lot done, so thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.